So Tony, it's great being here with you, and today I'm excited to actually see how you recovered from the whole process that you actually went out of the country for.
Yep.
So first of all, tell me again, just to remind me a little bit about what happened to you throughout the years and why you finally made that decision to really think about doing a stem cell treatment.
Oh, it was easy for me to think about the stem cell treatment with you, Dr. G, because I've known you for years and years. And I remember having one of my major car accidents. I had a whole bunch of them all at once, you know. I had to learn the adversity to victory story a lot, many times. But the one where all of a sudden that my car flipped over, it was an NSX, and I took 219 stitches in the face. And it wasn't healing. I mean, it was kind of messed up, even though I waited until the right plastic surgeon came in like 10 hours later because they were just going to let an intern stitch me.
Right.
And I said, I know I need smaller stitches, right?
Right.
So they put smaller stitches, but it still wasn't there, and had to have another surgery to try to, straighten out. And then obviously I knew you from the, American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine and other things, and so I flew to New Jersey.
That's correct. I remember that day.
Came that day. And just so everybody knows, he obviously, I had a big flap, right? I had a big flap right here that was hanging. It was a big hook, and then I had a Nike check mark before it was cool, right here under my nose. And you helped reverse all of that and put it together. I won't tell them the story about the fact that after it was all done that I got caught in the elevator for 2.5 hours with this nurse because it wouldn't open. But it's just my kind of things that happen.
Right.
But I thought of you immediately. I've had knee issues forever and ever and ever. I mean, I remember that I couldn't take gym class when I was like in 6th grade, and stuff like that, because my knee would pop out of joint for some reason.
So that's something you inherited. That was a genetic thing.
Yeah, well, probably on my dad's side, right. But anyway, it always happened, and so I ended up being kind of maybe a promoter or a person always thinking there's always a way.
Yep.
I talked to the principal and said to the principal, hey, can I get credit by just lifting weights in the gym since I can't be out there doing the other things? And the principal let me do it, and that's when I started to get into bodybuilding and start to build my body, and never seemed to have much problem with my knee again until the beginning of the car accidents and all the, I was also hit by a lobster truck in Miami, so there's just so many things. But I do so many lateral movements on television, right? I'm always energetic. I'm always moving. I love energy, like you have. You have a lot of energy. And my knee was just doing the same thing again, popping out, and really getting sore. And I'm started to worry a little bit about my career.
And what about your shoulder, too? That was injured?
Yeah, the shoulder. Well, the shoulder was I had a bicep
tendon rupture.
Yeah, a rupture right in here, and so it affected my deltoid. And obviously I'm proactive, like we all should be. We should. I mean, we only have one life. You want to take care of it. You want to grow old, staying a little younger if you can.
Right.
So I had that done. Also I came up to your place in Costa Rica, and I had my knee done, and I had my shoulder done. Right.
And so one of the most important things was that I tried to explain to you the new science behind this, where you have the power of your own cells really to heal so much more of your own body than we as contemporary physicians even think about. So this is a whole new paradigm in medicine that's using the power of your own cells, meaning your stem cells. So we borrowed a few cupfuls of your stem cells. We also gave you some umbilical cord stem cells that work together with that. And the whole technique was something where we do this under extreme detail with ultrasound-guided transplants of those cells to your knee ligaments, to different parts of your knee and your shoulder. And so after this whole process, and by the way, you were asleep for most of that, if I remember.
Yeah.
Although you did say a few choice phrases throughout the procedure, they were pretty nice. There was no bad language, to say the least.
Okay.
But the bottom line was, I think that within the week, you started to really feel a difference.
The biggest difference was, I've been wearing braces underneath my jeans on this right leg for a long time on the air, just for support because I'm moving so fast and I don't want to cause any more damage to it.
Sure.
And the biggest thing is, like, promise everybody, I mean this, and it's really amazing that it happened for me. And I don't know how long-term things are, you know, but in the short term right now, I haven't had to wear the brace for over like 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, it's like I've never had a problem with my knee, which is kind of weird to say, but it totally feels totally different. And so that was a big deal.
What about the pain?
There was none.
I mean, pain prior to.
Oh, there was a lot of pain prior to, because obviously my knee would swell up and things like that.
Right.
I mean, if you're going down and you go, look at those shoes, you know, and you're bending down and you're moving over here, or you're going like this, you know, on TV there's so much movement and it's so lateral and everything that, you know, I couldn't, you know, I'd have to rest for 2, 3, 4 days with a lot of pain in my knee and swelling.
And you're not taking any pain medication at the moment?
No.
See, one of the biggest assets to this new natural therapy is pain control. And probably the biggest epidemic we have today in the U.S. is prescription medications that people take for pain, and some people end up getting hooked on those.
Yeah.
So, you know, this whole alternative to using your own cells to not only fix the problem, but to alleviate the need for pain medications is another big asset of where the stem cell therapies are going today. And they're not drugs, they're your cells.
Yeah.
And there's virtually no side effects of these things. So it's very important to keep in mind, not only do we have the power in our own cells to fix or regenerate a deteriorating part of our anatomy, but we have the ability to dramatically decrease or eliminate pain without medications. And see, that's a big issue today.
Yeah, and it was important to me. Obviously, you know, I try to look at everything and figure it out, but the one thing for me personally, you know, I'd had 2 or 3 knee surgeries, you know, arthroscopic things and things like that, but I didn't want any more. I mean, I didn't want any more, and to find out the new advancement in stem cells, and then to know that you're pretty much the leader in it now, I wanted to have it done, you know, and I'm proud of it. I could run and jump and do the things that, you know, I'm a little older now. I'm 63 years young. But I still work out twice a day, in the morning and at night, all the time.
Well, see, the whole idea here is to use stem cell therapy to allow us to maintain our youthful function as long as possible. Ligaments, knees, joints are the most common injury we all end up with as we get older, whether it's from sports or just wear and tear. But your next step is actually using your stem cells to help you stay healthier and live a longer, more productive life. And we're going to see you back in Costa Rica for that pretty soon.
For another one?
I
don't know what body part it's going to be on.
This one's going to be a lot easier than what you went through, but more importantly, our whole focus is to use the power of your own cells for a preventive, personalized, and a proactive approach to staying young and healthy.
It's all natural.
It's all natural.
And that's the big deal right there.
That's what we're
both
both
I don't like
looking
those
at.
steel blades.
Yeah, there you go. But here's the other thing. The products that you sell, the products that help with exercise, that help with keeping your feet and your balance together and to keeping your body in optimal shape, the secret is a combination of lifestyle events, not just stem cell therapy or not just diet, but it's a combination of the science and all the new technologies and products that are out there. And I have to say, you're one of, if not the key leader in that field, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, so we both love each other. I mean, what she's done for me for a long time, I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
All I can say to everyone out there is a true testimonial from me, which you never see me doing testimonials anywhere, all right? But this was a very special testimonial. This is a testimonial of me being able to conquer something that could have ended my career through an amazing man. And so, believe in yourself, always believe in yourself, right? You can do it if you believe in yourself and you get the right people.
Well, let's work together and let's make as many people healthy and youthful and young and functional as we can. We can do it.
We can do it, that's right.